So I'm Steve Brown. I'm product marketing director in the IP group at Cadence, and welcome. So we're here to talk about IP in the semiconductor industry. There's some dramatic trends that are driving adoption of IP, and primarily the increasing SoC costs due to complexity, due to the amount of integration, and due to the progress of process nodes is a factor that customers are having a lot of challenge keeping up with. They're also challenged by new interface standards, that new versions of those standards, as well as new definitions to accomplish new things, and the ecosystem and keeping up with not only the definition of the standard and creating the IP, but also then all of the interoperability effort that goes into proving that your silicon will work with the interoperable components on the other side of the standard. And then third, competitive markets are reshaping the industry. We continue to hear about acquisitions and mergers, and there seem to be bigger and fewer companies, and that makes it very challenging for people to compete in this semiconductor space. So it's really important to have IP to help offset those trends, because then the parts of the design that are not necessarily your differentiating competitive advantage, you can acquire and integrate into the design, and you take advantage of the fact that the IP has already been validated, has already been silicon proven, and already is available on the advanced process node that you're moving to for the SoC, and that helps you overcome those difficult trends that are driving the SoC industry. And Cadence is already a partner of many of the top semiconductor industry participants, providing IP, helping drive this trend. We've been growing very fast. I'll go quick through this since we started a little late. An industry marketing study reports on numbers that they think we've accomplished and grow at a very high rate of speed. We're number 2 in the design IP segment, number 1 in DSP, processor IP, and number 1 in verification IP, and overall growing very fast. From a design IP point of view, our portfolio has grown dramatically over the past few years. And you can see how we've not only added protocols, but we've also extended the products within each protocol and the number of process nodes that we support. Our broad portfolio covers all of the interface standards that are appearing on today's leading edge SoCs. And if you can't find what you're looking for here, we probably are talking about it back in the shop, and so just ask me about it afterwards. Now, just because we have a broad portfolio doesn't mean that the IP can be used in any type of SoC. In fact, what we're doing is focusing on the different and divergent requirements of these different vertical applications, primarily being driven today by what's called networking or enterprise or cloud. Depends on how you look at it. And that's very high bandwidth, very high performance, very high throughput, enabling both data centers as well as backbone communications and all of those types of solutions, and really optimizing for those characteristics. For mobile and consumer, of course, you're talking about low power, small form factor, high reliability, and still a high data throughput or efficiency for the power consumed. Automotive is a different optimization where you are optimizing for capability, but you're really looking at different types of applications, like around vision or image processing, and then you're also looking at reliability and functional safety requirements. And then for the Internet of Things, it's absolutely power. Size is also important, but not as important as power. And then providing the interfaces and connection of the device into the rest of the world. So for mobile, our solution that we offer is across these different areas and standards. What we have today is optimized for low power, and we're looking at next generation standards, because even though mobile as an overall market is maturing in the fact that we're carrying about as many devices as we can carry, there's still a lot of innovation in that space. For the enterprise solution, we have these main protocols. PCIe 4 is one of the latest emerging standards, almost approved specification. And while we're focused on high power and low latency, reliability is really crucial. and optimizing for power within those parameters is the way we've approached that. For automotive, we actually have a bunch of customers using our IP for automotive applications. We're investing in the AEC Q100 and functional safety readiness of this IP, and you can see that we've developed solutions for vision and for audio for inside the cabin and outside the cabin. Now, our focus has been primarily on advanced nodes. The most recent one that we're proliferating a solution for is the 16, 14 nanometer node, where we're really optimized for performance and lower power, 28 being the previous node. And the 16 FinFET IP portfolio is really fleshed out for mobile and enterprise and was deployed early last year. Going forward, we're continuing to develop next generation products, including PCIe 4 that I mentioned, and some enhanced memory in general. We've been in this investing in this node for quite a number of years now, and so the portfolio is just maturing. Now, what's important beyond just matching the protocol and meeting the speeds and feeds and power profile is what the rest of the solution around IP, because you need to do more than just meet the spec. You actually have to be able to use the IP. It has to fit in to your SoC and be reliable. So we also invest in designing for long-term reliability. We fully verify the IP before we ship it and before we make it available. We do silicon proven, and we provide characterization reports of test chips for our PHY IP. We do have evaluation boards that we use for both demos, but also with customers who want to take a look at the IP for a while. Those boards and those test chips are margin tested so that we have that kind of information available for you to look at in an evaluation. Of course, we do protocol compliance testing depending upon the standard. For example, with PCIe 4, which is not yet an approved standard, we've done interoperability with Mellanox to show that the PCIe 4 that we have matches with the PCIe 4 that they have, and that's all that's available today. But with PCIe 2, 3, USB, and other standards that have approved specifications, we participate in the compliance interoperability events that they have and get certified that way. And that's the interoperability testing. So one of the other unique things that we provide our customers is actually not only the IP, but kits that help you design the whole chip and the package and the board. So we have a tool at Cadence called Sigrity, and it helps you do signal integrity analysis. We provide with our IP a Sigrity model, which is called an IBIS AMI model. It helps you then model the package and the board that you're going to build, and the part that models the chip is provided. And you can look at how the signal integrity performance will work for your chip, for your particular board and package constructs. And you can therefore design for that signal integrity before you actually tape out the chip, so you know it's going to meet the requirements of the package and board you're going to build into. So in summary, I've gone very fast to allow you time for questions. We focus on our two leading IP areas of DDR and SerDes. We do have a broad portfolio, and we've optimized those different IPs for the different application spaces. We have developed for 28, and we're focusing on 1614 as the latest process node. We're investing in 10.7 and developing those IPs now, working with leading customers and the process providers. And our IP solutions are tailored to the specific needs of the end market, as I mentioned, but also sometimes customers want to configure the IP for their own purposes. So our IP is configurable, or under certain arrangements, we can work on customizing the IP if that's of interest as well. And so Cadence is your trusted IP partner, and as I mentioned, most of the leading semiconductor companies are already using our IP, and we're growing very fast. So thank you very much. You can look at all of our IP offerings on ChipEstimate.com. It's very easy to search the website and find the Cadence IP. Cadence, as a leading IP provider, actually has a special Cadence page on ChipEstimate.com, so you can just go there and look at everything we have to offer. You can download data sheets, you can ask for more information, and thank you very much for joining today. My email address is here if you want to follow up with any questions, or you can come talk to me after the end here.